Hello, Capricorn. This is your June 2017 horoscope with your astrologer, Lada from Astrolada.com. Thank you for joining me. And please do come and join me for my foundational astrology course, all about the 12 signs. It's a 6 months course. Even if you miss the first one or two, webinars, you can hop on board now. You receive all the webinars, and it's still almost 40% off if you buy the whole course. Plus, you receive a 240-page ebook on the astrology science written by astrologer Marina. Fantastic book. And we speak about each sign in depth. You don't need to know any astrology, and you know better than most astrologers what each sign is about and how to use it in the horoscope. So anyway, thank you so much. Let's see what June holds for Capricorns. Let's start with the most important event of the month, is that Jupiter is turning direct. And it's turning direct in your 10th house of career. Well, Jupiter turns direct every year, but once every 12 years only, Jupiter will turn direct in your 12th house of career and social status. So there can be a reversal and a big change in your social status for the better, for positive, because Jupiter will be moving forward from now on. And it can feel quite liberating as well. And also, if you've been putting some hard efforts in regards to proving yourself at work, in your career, to authority figures in the past few months, now when Jupiter turns direct in your career house, you can start seeing the results of those extra efforts which the retrograde planet required. And you can start seeing the rewards of that. And they will be corresponding to the efforts that you've put. Or if you've been trying to find a new job and preparing and putting around CVs or whatever, and still nothing has happened, from the moment Jupiter starts turning direct from June onwards till the end of the year, till the end of October, till Jupiter is in your, basically in your 10th house of career, you have a way better chance for new opportunities to come, for doors to open, and for things to go according to your expectations. Because when the planet moves retrograde, it throws us a few ball curves and surprises. And when it starts moving direct, things come under our control a little bit more again. Things start happening according to our expectations. And for you Capricorns, that will be in regards to your career, in regards to your social status as well, generally, in relationships with authority or boss figures as well. So yeah, and you're asked to move forward, to advance, slowly starting. It might feel that it's taking its time, but from June, the wind of change is happening in regards to your career. And you start seeing new opportunities opening and growth as well coming to you. Even if some opportunities that you thought were going to happen did not transpire in the past few months, now the chance increases from June onwards to October. And Jupiter is turning direct on the 13th degree of Libra. And the 13th degree, according to Nicola Stojanovich's theory of degrees, is a degree of Aries, which means move forward, which means action. Take initiative, move forward, and you will succeed. And there might be some tensions connected to career, but it's more like a push, like energy, like Aries energy tension, which is one that is spurring you into action. Even if something aggravates you, it will motivate you to find new opportunities and to find better ways to do things. And if you want to understand more about the degrees, what each degree means for your own personal horoscope, or for the horoscopes of your loved ones, I'm making a webinar on the 4th of June with Nicola Stojanovic, which is a mind-blowing theory degree, with which he's able to predict very specific things like the color of your car and the country where your spouse is going to be from. Amazing with this theory of the degrees. It works fantastically. So come join us, only $29 on the 4th of June. I'm going to put a link here for that webinar. Okay, so yeah, that's one good news. Jupiter's turning direct in your 10th house. And then we have Venus in your 5th house, Capricorns. And Venus in the 5th house means that wherever Venus goes, things happen more easily. They start flowing more easily. And 5th house is connected to romantic matters. So this can be a more romantic month for you. After the Venus enters Taurus, so this is your 5th house, from the 7th of June, so from the 7th of June to the end of June can be a fantastic time to go on a date, to improve a little bit your love life, to share, give and receive love. And the 5th house is also connected to your children, so there can be positive developments connected to the life of your child. In your relationships, you can heal a relationship with child. You can go and do something pleasant with your children. If you have students, the 5th house is your student, so they can be positive flow there with such people. 5th house is also connected to having fun. You know, and when Venus is there, you go out more, you enjoy yourself more, you do things that you're really passionate about. The 5th house is our hobbies and what we really enjoy doing. And Venus brings more of that in our life, more of those pleasures. And you feel more inspired somehow, more when it comes to matters of the heart as well. The 5th house rules the heart chakra, is the house of Leo, basically. And you can enjoy the good things of life a bit more with Venus there. So enjoy that for sure. And at the same time, Mars is entering your 7th house and will be there till the middle of July. Mars is entering from the 5th of June. Maybe you won't feel it from the first day, but for some time this month in June or up to the middle of July, if you're Capricorn, you might have some power struggles with someone. 7th house is other people, our dealings with people, our marriage partners. 5th house is our romantic, having fun side. You know, romance can increase, but Mars in the 7th house can increase antagonism in already established relationships, business partnerships, marriage partnerships, long-term relationships, for example. So that will be a bit more challenging there. Our partners are pressing our buttons, as they say, or might be stepping on our toes. And it might be happening not because they're assholes, but because, and you're a victim, but because you have a pent-up anger towards, and you're more easily irritated by others now. And because of that, you know, we're like mirrors. We get from others what we feel like inside. And you just feel much more intense about other people, and that you want to speak up whatever you have to tell them, to confront them and be more direct with them. But if you don't want to have complications, just try not to overreact to people, because Mars transit in the 7th house can create some clashes, some fights with others. And these will be very emotional ones, because Mars is in Cancer. And the people that you'll attract and the reactions from them you'll attract, they'll be very steamy. They'll be very, like, imagine Mars is hot planet. It's the god of anger and passion. And your 7th house, where Cancer is, where Mars is transiting, is a water sign. So it's like pouring water on a hot plate, and it just gets steamy. So people would react like that because of emotion. They would react very emotionally to you, and even angry, or with some kind of passive aggressive reaction. So but possibly it's because you're projecting that energy yourself. So instead of being overly reactive, because Mars in Cancer is in its fall, so people tend to, when Mars is transiting their 7th house, if you're Capricorn and Mars is in Cancer, they tend to overreact to emotionally to others, to having a planet in fall transiting there, which means that it does not react in the best interest. A person does not react to their best interest. They would react in such a way with that planet, and Mars is in an angry way, which they might regret after that. So try and count till 7 or whatever. Wait a day or two before you write that email, before you confront that person, and then respond. But for some of you, it might be high time that you stand up for yourself, and that you go and fight a battle with someone. And if it's well thought out, if it's not something that you're emotionally just responding on now at the moment, then go for it. Mars will give you the energy to confront that person, to stand up for yourself, to fight that battle, you know, whatever it has to be, as long as you're not leading it too much from an emotional point of view, because you can regret after that. Okay, so that's something to be careful about. But also 7th house is the house of business. So when Mars transits the 7th house, people become much more proactive in business. Why is it business? Because it's interactions with others, it's making contracts with others, it's pursuing affiliations and connections with others, and that's how business is done. Seventh house is exchange of goods with one and another, and Mars puts action there, puts drive, personal initiative. So definitely you can put more personal initiative in such activities. You know, people that are born with Mars in the seventh house, if you watch my videos, they tend to be some of the best business people. Like JP Morgan is born like that. The guy with the lots of televisions, I forgot his name, the older guy, is also, some of the really rich people, good business people, have Mars in the seventh house. So this gives you, for a little bit, this, you know, business drive, you know, to go and pursue affiliations, contacts, to create partnerships of sort, as long as, again, it's well thought out rather than impulsive on the moment, so it does not feel like you're bullying others or pressuring them too much. But now is the time to act in regards to such matters. So yeah, well, what else is happening? I think we covered everything. Jupiter turning direct in your 10th house is probably the most positive news. Venus in your house of pleasures and entertainment. It's a good month for that. Going on holidays, going out as well, going on dates. Just be careful with partners and people that are you're dealing one-to-one basis with, because this can be the ones that are more challenging. So thank you so much. Come and join me for my foundational course. If you don't want to take the whole one, you can take just one special course, like all about Cancer, or all about Gemini, or all about, you know, Taurus, whichever one you want, or all about Capricorn, of course. So thank you so much, and I will see you next week, Capricorn, next month.